I'm live
We
on
got Black
Facebook.
Power Radio, TV, and news at the Unity. We have the Unity meeting today. This is Unity Night in the DMV for all the Black revolutionaries to come together in unison. And this is what the people have been waiting on for all of us to come black together and get it black together. Black power.
Black
So I'm going to mute
Power.
myself.
All right, we turn it over to Queen Mother Chief Days.
Uh-huh.
Thank, thank you. Peace and love, family. First, I want to start off by telling you guys a little bit about me. I'm originally from Washington, D.C. I'm a mother and a grandmother, a homeschool teacher. I'm a graduate of Howard University College of Pharmacy, the Ohio Northern University Rabbi College of Pharmacy, and University of Maryland Integrative Health College of Herbal Medicine. Um, I'm a retired in the uniformed services and a disabled veteran supported by the Veterans Administration. I am an Empress, Chiefess, farmer, and a die-hard Moorish queen that practices the art of matriarchy, first generation. I am hoping that I can offer some talking points for future discussions among us in an attempt to heal ourselves. We uplift fallen humanity. We can do this together. And when you uplift the woman, you uplift humanity. It is revolutionary. I am very grateful to have this opportunity to share my thoughts, intuitions, and conclusions with you regarding the return of the matriarchy. And when I say matriarchy, I mean a system or society or government ruled by women is usually morally superior women. Matriarchy is a form of social organization where they're pretty much ruled by women, um, and descent and relationships are reckoned through the female line, and it's basically empowered by older women in a group, basically a matriarch. Um, this is something I feel very passionate about, and I think people can benefit immensely from restructuring and reprogramming our ideas of honor, respect, sacrifice, accountability, family, cultural relations, and holy matrimony. With regard to family, I just want to state that we cannot divorce our family members. So don't to the idea that wives and husbands are absolute family, but collateral family, if you will, depending on their determination to assume necessary roles and privileges required of a matriarchy. Consider husbandry, simply defined by Oxford Online Dictionary as the care, cultivation, and breeding of crops, and also the management and conservation of resources, like a farmer. I, as a husband on my farm today, as I am presenting this information to you. But I also want you to consider wiffery. It's defined by the same as the state of being a wife, befitting of a husband. But if we study any foreign languages, we know that vowels are interchangeable. So wife can be oh, wife who, wife, and so say wife I, known to be intuitive. And they would say a woman's tuition. Well, now that's substituted by artificial intelligence. So they're reducing the role of women in our society. Then we'd have midwifery, which is the art or act of assisting at childbirth. If you're assisting at childbirth, that means mother is doing a lot of work to bring this child into this planet herself. I believe all women that birth children are skilled at this art. These positions may be described differently by different matriarchies, depending on the needs of the matriarch or grand matriarch, if you will. There is a hierarchy set forth by a matriarch. These to performance that have led to confusion with regard to matriarchy. Nobody was up and down. I'm appreciation and immense gratefulness.
Okay, Lightning, you there? Y'all there?
Hi, Ibar. Queen Mother Chief just was speaking real fast, but yeah, I'm glad to see you came into the room.
Okay, this is New World.
Hi.
Hold on, this is Ibar just came in.
Okay, that's New World Warrior. He'll be able to film the event right.
Well, Ibar's in the room right now talking. You see him? He just carried out Queen Mother Chief this. Akbar, we hear you. Go ahead. Lightning is on the bus. He lost that star bus. We're not gonna go there, but keep on rolling what you doing right now. You live.
Okay, you want me to keep the phone on?
Yep, you live. Oh, Queen Mother Chief just was speaking, but let me put the screen on you. If you don't mind, Queen Mother Chief this. Do you want to say
Okay.
something to Akbar right now?
No, I'm
You
going
just
back in the
interrupt her
room.
whole
I got
speech.
the
Her whole
camera
speech
and
is
the
just
mic is
going.
unmuted.
I don't know what y'all want me to do.
I said I'm going back in the room. My camera's going to be
Okay.
on and my mic is unmuted.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Here we
Thank
go.
you.
I'm going in. I'm going in.
Okay, Mother Chief.
I'm on the
Okay,
front
you're going in.
page.
Your grandfathers, your great grands, and they'll tell you that you're Indian. But the way it's been perpetrated in Westerns, in Hollywood, if I go out here and tell somebody, hey, I'm Indian, first thing they're gonna say, you don't look like one.
What do the Indian look like?
Exactly. This is the brainwashing.
There you go. That's right.
But understand, man, that when we come, because this thing is growing like a snowball effect, man. So just understand that we all together, man. We all together, man, and this thing is growing. So when y'all hear something about the info and
Another round of applause for Mr. Blackfoot Ali.
I'm in a bad spot. Tell New World Warrior to turn the camera around.
Already, we're almost at the end of this segment, but before I introduce the last speaker, Minister Uhuru informed me to recognize Mr. Peter Jones from Facts Incorporated, to give him a round of applause. Thank you for coming. And I would like to bring up our final speaker before we bring up Chief Minister. If you could just give us Mr. Paul Thomas' 2-minute brief economic report. Can you do it for me in 2 minutes? 3 minutes? Because that's all I have left for you. Okay. And we're gonna open the floor up. We're gonna have a whole hour for everybody to speak. I'm just trying to make sure we keep this thing moving. We have Mr. Paul Thomas with a brief economic report. Thank you.
I got you. I probably need at least 3 days to fill you all in. So we're gonna put them 3 days into 3 minutes.
You're a bad black man.
Firstly, I'd like to say from all the energy that is flowing through this room, it is an essence of God.
You got that right.
And the more that we realize the God that is with us, that is in us, it elevates. And so what's so important for all of us to understand, no matter what the struggle is that you're going through, that God is present.
Not alone.
Even in death. That's why I need some days. We're going to move on to financial. There's a great opportunity that is before all of us as America is falling economically. The stock market crash that happened over the weekend are the billionaires pulling their money out. running into the blockchain. We have nobody teaching us educationally what is going on in the global market and in the financial market. So I'm talking to all our Black geniuses who are financiers, and they don't have the knowledge of what's going on behind the closed doors. So a lot of the distractions that are out there in the front is covering up while all the billionaires are running scared because they don't know what to do with their assets. So let me just say this to all y'all. There's a new financial system that's evolving right before us. We have the opportunity, listen to these words. The greatest opportunity of our lives is before us because this whole economic system is changing right before our eyes. The media and all the forces that be are going to blow a whole bunch of smoke to make you think that it's something other than what's really going on. But there's a whole new financial world evolving. The digital world is creating that. And so what's important for us to understand is you do not want to be left behind in the old system. The old system has $37 trillion that they're planning to drop on the people who are in that system. So that's the report.
Drop the mic. Wow.
We're going to have to bring him back because we need all of that information. Give him a round of applause again. Mr. Peter Jones with the Mr. Paul Thomas with the economic report. Now we are moving into our thematic focus of tonight, which will be unity. We will have brief presentations from Chief Minister Najee Muhammad, representing the Afro-Descendant Nation, and conductor Attorney Malik Zulu Shabazz, representing the Afro-Descendant Nation, Black Lawyers for Justice, the Blackness Movement, and Nelson Place Block. So please give us a round of applause for Chief Minister Najee Muhammad.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Peace be unto you.
And also unto you.
My beautiful Black brothers and sisters. My Afro-descendant brothers and sisters. I want to talk to you tonight because we're living in a very, very serious time. To unite is common sense. Common sense. My short talk tonight is a common sense appeal to unite. 58 years ago, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad wrote a letter to Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and the members of the Civil Rights Movement. And it reads, and it's still relevant today, but I want to share it with you to show you how important unity is. Listen to the words of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. He wasn't just for Muslims, he was for all of our people.
That's right.
Please know and understand that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad loves all of us. We have reached a crucial crossroad in the life of our people here in America. Since all of us who love our people are walking toward one goal of freedom, justice, and equality. From the common enemy, let us realize that in unity there's strength. So we have each other. You have to understand that there's a common enemy out there. and he was eliminating your children, your sons, your daughters, you, our grandmothers, our grandfathers, our uncles, our aunts. You don't know who you're dealing with. I know. I know. I know. I know. Believe me, I know. And you should know. Let me continue. Let us come together in a meeting to discuss the future plans and programs needed to achieve goals for our people. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, our people, talking to Dr. King, our people. If we have any love and respect for each other, let us be intelligent about the matter and present to America and all the world a united front. The destiny of 22 million Black people is too important to allow disunity among us. Can't allow that disunity. That's why I want to talk to you about common sense. A common sense appeal to unite. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes.
The world is waiting on you to rise, Black man and woman. The world is waiting on you. You got Kamala Harris, and you got Donald Trump. Pick your poison. Pick it. But what about reparations? You forgot all about that? But what about reparations? Let's vote for reparations. Let's stand with Attorneyship Hobbs. Let's stand with this man. The destiny of 49.2 million Black people is too important to allow this unity among us to prevent our achieving a united front. That's right. Still today, we need that. Yes, sir. And I want to talk to you. I really want to talk to you tonight about what we've been through. Our sojourn here in America has been pure hell.
Yeah, you got that right.
Pure hell. Listen to this. Our ancestors shared a common experience, suffering the worst crimes in human history. We suffered the complete removal of our ancestral culture, language, and identity. These crimes were so severe that it wiped away our ancestors' memory. And every child born in each generation was blind, deaf, and dumb to the knowledge of self. That's pain, brother. That's pain. That's pain. America denied and deprived us of our inherent human rights. We are mimicking the human rights of white people today. Our unity is common sense. Are we in agreement?
Yes, sir.
Don't we need unity?
Yes, desperately.
Marvin Gaye, he said, what's up, brother? What's going on,
What's
brother?
going on?
Didn't he say that?
What's going on?
What's going on, brother? Today they say, well, what's up, dog? What? When a brother referred to me as dog, I cringed. I cringed inside.
That's right.
I'm not going to be very long, but I just want to share some information with you.
Wake us up, Muhammad.
The 13th Amendment of the Constitution
classified former slaves as U.S. citizens on paper. That is one thing, but our not being treated with freedom, justice, and equality is another thing. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Talk back to me. Am I right or wrong?
Get right. Get right.
We all are victims of America.
Tell on.
Yes,
Tell
sir.
on. Tell on them.
America undermined her Constitution by treating us differently than any other group
That's right.
of people who live inside of her. The very foundation of the government in place does not have any respect for me and you as a people. They don't view us as human beings. In 2024, that's why they are doing what they are doing to us, because they don't respect us as human beings.
Here you go.
You don't believe me?
Know it for a fact.
Let me give you something that you can bite on then. During plantation slavery, the dog had more rights than the slave.
That's right.
The dog could leave Mr. Bobo's plantation and go over to Mr. Johnson's plantation.
That's right.
Bark 2 or 3 times, come on back. But the slave had to get a pass. Now, who had more freedom?
Ain't much different now.
The dog had more freedom. Brothers and sisters, we witnessed the death of common sense. Common sense must be resurrected for us to go forward in unity. The death of common sense. If we don't stand up today and demand reparations, you and me would be betraying our ancestors.
Yes, sir.
I want you to think about that. I want you to think about your grandmother, great-grandmother, great-grandfather. They brought us to this point, right?
That's right.
They wanted us to have freedom, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we're trying to score a touchdown and we're on 4th and 1, we can't fumble the ball. We just can't do it. Each of you are unique and special in your own way.
That's right.
You're beautiful people. No one have history like us.
That's it, right.
Learn to love self. Don't let nobody tell you that you're not valued. In reference to the young brothers killing and shooting, my daughter reported to me this morning that 3 teenagers hijacked a car and ran the car into a tree, and all 3 of them's legs was broken. Brothers, go get your sons. That's another one of the problems.
That's right.
Brothers, go get your sons. It is your sons that's raising hell out there. But then again, the father might be in prison.
That's right.
And what we have out there, I hate to say it, but we have a Samson mentality out there that don't care about nobody, and he's blind to the future of their people. I have a few more words, and I'm going to bring up the Attorney Shabazz.
Take your time.
Turn it up. You all right? Okay. Unity is common sense.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine there are two farmers. One farmer has a simple mind, and the other farmer has a grand mind.
So
The farmer with the simple mind wants to only feed his family. He doesn't want to feed his neighbor or his community. He takes his crop and put it in a silo for himself and his family. The farmer with the simple mind could rightly be called selfish and self-centered. He has not grasped the principle of brotherhood that says, want for your brother what you want for yourself. Let's take a look at the grand mind. The grand mind. The farmer with the grand mind goes beyond feeding his family. He is not satisfied with feeding his family, but wants to feed his neighbor, the city, the county, the state. Still not satisfied. He wants to unite all the farmers and feed the entire world. That's a grand mind. And when it comes to unity, that's what we got to have.
yes, sir.
I'm almost finished, but I want to tell you about unity. I believe in unity. Before I came tonight, I thought about Marcus Mosiah Garvey, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Noble Drew Ali, Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, Dr. Huey P. Newton. I thought about all of those leaders. And one of the references were, there is nothing that my people, so-called Negro, need more badly than unity. When this is achieved, we would have a greater weapon in our hands and possessions than all the atomic bombs in the West can manufacture. Unity of our people will give us the greater power than an atomic bomb. Unite, my people, regardless of your faith and belief. Form yourselves into a nation of brotherhood. A nation of brotherhood. Before you leave here tonight, you must, or you should, or I should suggest that you exchange numbers with someone here tonight. Because my time is short, I want to give you this reference right here. The power and force of collective unity. If a small, well-twisted cord is hard to break, then how much harder is it to break 100 such well-twisted cords, well-twisted into one? We are well educated into the knowledge of what the slave masters dislike of us. If they are afraid of our unity as one nation of brotherhood, then why should not we unite? How much harder is it to break 100,000 such well-twisted cords, well-twisted into one? How much harder is it to break 500,000 such well-twisted cords, well-twisted into one? How much harder is it to break 1 million such well-twisted cords, well-twisted into one. How much harder is it to break this powerful political unity?
Might be impossible.
Be impossible. This is the day of your rise. There's no one coming.
That's right.
No one.
But we
It's got to
did.
come up out of you and me. Okay? When he told us that someone was coming, well, we've been waiting a long time. The revelation is that it's us.
Mm-hmm.
That's the revelation. So, brothers and sisters, I'm not going to hold you any longer. I really truly love black people.
You too?
I really do. Even when they are crazy.
That's what they need you the
They're
most.
crazy. But I love black people. Because I know they are deaf, dumb, and blind. And it's our duty and our responsibility to wake him up.
That's right.
We want to resurrect common sense. Because common sense has been dead. Let's resurrect common sense.
Yes, sir. I say, oh!
Brothers and sisters, come on.
How you want to make the black nation rise?
Agitate, organize.
How you want to make the black nation rise?
Agitate, organize.
How you want to make the black nation rise?
Agitate, educate, organize.
All right, let's give it up for Minister Nasheed.
I say.
The Lost Foundation. Afro-Descendants. Y'all enjoying yourselves?
Yes, sir.
All right, we're getting ready to hear from our keynote speaker. I'm just so happy and elated to be introducing this strong black man.
Yes, sir.
Some people may know him as a Howard University graduate. Others may know him as a law student. But I know him as a student freedom fighter for black people all over the world.
I say.
So put on your seatbelts because he's a student of this bold black man that used to say, we were robbed of our name, our language, our history, our culture, our God, and many of us, by the way we act, we even lost our mind. Let's give it up for my big brother, attorney, Dr. Malik Zulu Sabar.
All right, please. Let's give everyone that spoke a round of applause.
All right.
Give it to everybody.
Yes, sir.
Give Imam Ali a strong round of applause. Give it to him. Give Brother Cinco Pay a strong round of applause. Let's give Brother Blackfoot Ali a strong round of applause. Let's give Imam Akbar a strong round of applause.
Yes, sir.
Sister Queen Salia, a strong round of applause. Uhuru, I call him Harold X. A strong round of applause. And everyone that has spoken from this rostrum tonight, give it to them. They're jamming now.
Oh, yeah. See what you
Giving honor to God. I promise not to be long, but I'm forced to be strong.
Please.
In giving honor to God, I bear witness that regardless to land, label, or language, that there is but one God. I bear witness to regardless to what organization that we come from or however we approach the struggle, I bear witness that we are one people We bear witness to the prophets of the scripture and all of those that have given revealed word anywhere on the planet. But we bear witness that God has found favor on us here in the West. We are a chosen people here in the West. So we want to thank our God for Harriet Tubman. We want to thank our God for Nat Turner.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to thank our God for Denmark Vesey.
Oh, no.
We're going to thank our God for Marcus Mosiah Garvey.
Yes, sir.
Thank our God for Elijah Muhammad.
Yes, sir. Read.
Thank our God for Minister Malcolm X.
Oh, shit.
Thank our God for Prophet Wiley.
Yes, sir.
We want to thank our God for Huey, for Bobby, for the original Panther Party, those martyrs that have gone on. We want to thank our God for our political prisoners in the Black Liberation Army that are behind bars, have given their lives for us to come to this rostrum. We want to thank God for Dr. John Henry Clark, with Honorable Kwame Ture. We want to thank God for Johnny Cochran. We want to thank God for Queen Mother Moore.
Oh, yeah.
And the list can go on and on from a people of such greatness. So, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.
Hotel.
Yeah, Motel.
Black Power.
Black Power.
And one God, one aim, and one destiny.
Yes.
All right, sisters and brothers, man, it is an honor and a privilege to be just in my home territory and on home turf in the Washington, D.C. area. I can't tell you how excited I am and how privileged we are. We thank Sister Queen Salih of the Afro-Descendant Nation for her work in organizing here. We want to thank Minister Najee Muhammad, the DMV representative of the Afro-Descendant Nation. My dear brother economist, give me your name again. Brother Paul. Brother Paul, I want to hear more from you when we open up here, because we'll have to open up. There's so many brilliant minds and strong sisters and brothers that are here tonight, that the mere fact that we're meeting like this on Unity Night, and that we're having this in and of itself, Minister Muhammad, this is hope. That's right. For our people. This is in and of itself, us gathering here today, a remarkable set of circumstances in and of itself. And it is much needed in this time. When I see the leading Garveyite in this area and the man that has held the torch for the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey, my big brother, Singo Abaye, who been around and since I was a college sophomore, way back in 1988 or something, when he's here. And then when I hear Imam Ali speak from this rostrum with such passion and dedication to the streets, and then my brother who's not only be fighting police brutality, but he stands up on behalf of the indigenous nation, Blackfoot Ali, when he's here. Then we have the representatives of the Honorable Silas Muhammad, who I must thank here because like a uncle or a spiritual mentor, he has asked me to help the Afro-Descendant Nation in its fight for reparations and self-determination, and he's part of the reason why I'm here today, and why that I'm honored to have support of the Lost Found Nation of Islam. We'll dig a little bit further than that. We're talking about unity here. I won't be long, but it's going on right now. Brother Daniel, honored to see you. Brother Imani, honored to see you. Sister Queen Sharon and Karen, it's honored to see you. Mother Wilma's honored to see you. It's an honor to be home. I've been blessed to be all over the 196,940,000 square miles of the planet. I've been in every state and city of America organizing, and I've been working for decades now. And that's kind of how it is when you meet a man like my mentor, Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. When you meet him, he's gonna put you to work.
You better.
Okay, and so being blessed to be all over the planet. We just now coming back from Rankin County, Mississippi, where I'm still in an all-out throwdown, all-out legal battle with the forces of racism and police brutality in Rankin County, Mississippi. And the struggle continues against deep-rooted white racism in Mississippi. We've had some success though. For the first time in Mississippi history, a white police officers and white police officers, plural, were given any jail time and prison sentences for abusing black people.
Black power.
Can you believe that?
No.
That as wicked as Mississippi is, as drenched in the blood of black people as Mississippi is, never in the state's history has a white police officer ever served a day in jail for harming a black person. Okay, but that recently came to an end. Recently came to an end when any kind of case for me to be on, give me this kind of case. So I represent the brothers Michael Jenkins and Eddie Parker, who were kidnapped and tortured in that house in Rankin County by the Goon Squad. But what happened with the Goon Squad was they ran into the wrong group of brothers, and they ran into the wrong attorneys. And that's what I'm coming to you today in this short talk to you is to don't get so caught up or stressed out about the Democratic Party or caught up or stressed out about the Republican Party. I want us to recognize the inherent value of what God has given us: self-determination and black nationalism,
Black power.
Pan-Africanism, and black power. And I'm here to tell you that whatever's going on in this world today, that we are the hope and the light of the black community, and it is no time to turn away right now. It's time to close ranks and unite our forces together, because our people are going to need us now more than ever. And so when we got on the attack in Mississippi, that was something that these white racist rogue police gangs did not expect. Our level of intensity, our level of ferocity, our level of organizing and dedication to the cause. And ultimately, these 6 white cops got a total of 132 years in prison.
Good.
132 years.
Not enough.
One of the
Not
devils
enough.
got 40, another devil got 37, another devil had 20-something. All of it totaled 132 years.
Keep on working, brother.
I mean, and they were hurt.
Good.
I mean, if you would have been inside of the federal courthouse or the state courturhouse and seen them snotting and crying.
Keep on snotting, keep on crying. Don't
literally snotting and crying because they got caught.
With their hand.
Not because they were sorry, because they got caught. And this sentence of 132 years was given by a Mississippi judge, Thomas Lee, who's not a Democrat. This is Mississippi now. This solid Donald Trump territory, Mississippi. And so when they came before this judge, their attorneys were arguing with them, were bringing cases where a man had killed another man, a police officer killed a man, and he was 9 months. And police officer killed a man, well, he only got a year and a half. But God was with us. There's a higher force with us. And that judge wiped all of that out and went with all our petitions, our letters, and everything that we came with, the force and the power of God, and more also, which we'll get into. But what happened was God met the devil. God met the devil. and 132 years is behind bars for some of these most cold-blooded,
wicked.
I can't even, these pigs, they attack your rectum, pardon my language, they attack
everything.
your rectum, they attack your dignity, they attack your humanity. Everything that you can think about a police officer would do, they do in this case. Plant evidence, plant guns, plant dope, all of that. The chickens came home to roost.
About time.
Now, but there's no place like home, right? Mississippi, Brother Akbar and I, we've been all over the country. We're all over the world, right? But, you know, on July 30th, on Nelson Place in Southeast Washington, D.C., 3 black girls got shot. And they got shot on a block that I own or control property on that block and run a business on that block.
Wow.
And I said to myself, you know, Malik, I say, you know, you talking black empowerment and you advocating for it and organizing for it all over the country. But what about right here at home where you live at, brother? You got a good history here in Howard University and good advocacy here. I say, but what about not only at home, what about right here on this block, brother? Where you operate here on this block, your block is in chaos. Your block is in threat. The job that you provide for black people, which I do, is threatened by chaos here in our own neighborhood. So I said, charity begins at home.
Yes, sir.
And it's time it'd be hypocritical actually to fight everywhere else and right underneath your feet and your base is not an example of where we're supposed to be.
Yes, sir.
So we had the reparations convention and one way or another in these meetings and these sessions that we're having, these unity sessions, we're on the road to reparations. We're assuming here by you coming in the door that you are automatically for full and complete reparations. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Raise your black fist high if you're for full
yes,
and
sir.
complete reparations.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Black power.
Now we're talking self-determination, which is to me another code word for black nationalism.
Yes, sir.
Black people owning, controlling, and taking full command of every aspect of our lives. That's the core of what we're getting at here. And so Minister Muhammad has laid a great base because he's talked about the principles that we're working on here today. Unity. And all of them, we have some of the strongest black men and leaders here in this area, but we haven't had the kind of unity that can solve the problems that you heard about coming from this rostrum. But tonight I'm getting the vibe, I'm getting the energy and the feeling that something is about to change. When you see the strongest men in this city coming together, that means that a black men's movement is coming about that's going to make some change. And sisters too, but I'm going to speak about men, probably more sisters, because we have to catch up. Okay? You all are suffering. The children are suffering. And you're looking for a man. Is that right? According to what I see in the black neighborhood and the black community, you are looking for a man to take a stand.
Absolutely.
And so here, we are men. And we're in an environment right now that's forcing us to be men. I'll drop this real quick, and then we'll open. We have a presidential election going on. We have the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. And the operative rule here that we've been taught by Dr. Khalid Muhammad. We've been taught by reality. Democratic Party and or Republican Party, we're not even invited to the party.
That's a fact.
And it ain't that kind of party.
It ain't that kind of party.
We have been taught to teach you Satan, Lucifer, the devil, or Beelzebub. Either way, which one you vote for, you're going to end up in hell.
That's right.
We have also bear witness, and we can't change the teachings. The teachings can't change because the truth remains the same.
Yes, sir.
We have been taught that America is a modern day Babylon. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Fact.
We have been taught that America is a modern day Sodom and Gomorrah.
Fact.
If you don't believe that America is a modern day Sodom and Gomorrah, you ride around the district for a little while.
Thank you.
And you'll know that this is a modern Sodom and Gomorrah.
Don't have to go far.
We have been taught that America is slated for divine judgment and divine chastisement for the treatment of its former slaves. Now, let's look at the election we're coming in to see whether the selection in the election changes that equation. Now, you had two candidates here that were both bred dissatisfaction amongst the masses, black and white. Donald Trump and Joe Biden. According to the polls, only 37% of the population even approved of the two candidates. Or it might have been the 37% of the Democrats only approved of their candidates. But many people say they didn't approve of any candidate. Well, hell, that sounds like us. Hell, we didn't like either one of them, right? You were not for no Joe Biden. I know some Trump, might be a few Trumpites in here.
Manure.
There's some black Muslim Trumpites out there.
Feces and manure.
Pop up on that internet now and then. There's some black nationalist Trumpites out there.
You gotta be kidding.
There's some red, black, and green kufi wearing hotep top Donald Trump MAGA backers out there on that Instagram and on that Facebook. And every time you say something against Trump, they pop right on up. Is that right?
I hope not.
You're right, though.
That shows, but as we analyze that factor of the black Trumpites, we said they're dissatisfied with the Democratic Party. That's the reason this
devil
demon. He went on the Black Journalist show and said that he had done more for black people than any U.S. president. Well, he might have
the orange guy.
All of the president's track records have been shaky or weak when it comes to black people. But damn it, what did he do? I couldn't figure that out. So now the Democrats, right? They dump old Biden and flip the script and change the equation. Here come out of the blue, or the black and blue, is Kamala Harris. That throws a monkey wrench in your game. Analysis, is that right?
Don't know.
I'm coming down the lane to self-determination, but you got to understand where we at. Where our people's minds are going to be focused for the next several months and where their mentality is, and to see if us as liberators, which path are we going to take?
Neither.
Because the horse is going to throw the rider, right? Democratic horse or Republican horse, at some point, they're going to throw you black people off. Once the dancing and the boogaloo and the what's the big rapper name? What's the sis name? No, the other one. Come on, I know it. Megan. Once Megan Thee Stallion get through shaking and they get through twerking and boogieing and all that, the horse gonna throw the ride.
That's right.
The question is we as liberators, are we gonna be here in place for backup? Okay, now let's go this, because let's talk about this election for a second. because we're striving for unity, right?
That's what they said.
And if a black woman, or who is called a black woman,
East Indian.
because I know it's a certain percentage of people out there that she ain't no black woman.
She ain't.
No black woman.
She'll tell you.
Well, we'll get into that. She ain't no. They say she ain't no black woman, but for the sake of this argument, we will have to say that she is a black woman because them black women is out there identifying with her and supporting her.
True that.
Even though you super conscious black woman, African woman here may not identify with her, the masses of your sisters are not only identified with her, they have gone buck wild with excitement. Is that right?
Support. Yes, sir.
I mean, these are just facts on the table. Don't get me wrong. Don't try to cut what I'm saying. This ain't no endorsement. My candidate was and is Dr. Cornel West. That's my candidate. Dr. West has stood with the Afro-descendant nation. He's stood with Black Warriors for Justice in Mississippi. He stood against the genocide in Gaza. He stands for what right. And so I'm with Dr. West, right? But we still got to analyze this election because, brother Minister Najee, the whole black nation consists of all 40 to 50 million of us. That's the whole black nation. That's what Marcus Garvey is fighting for, all of us. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad fighting for, all of us. Khalid Muhammad, all of our leaders fought for all of us, right? Well, guess what? A whole